TMI Tuesday, and we're looking at a very important topic on national security, and our focus is on the calls for the removal of service chiefs in Nigeria. This is actually as a result of the killings going on across the country, the middle belt of the country being the worst hit in this. Well, discussing this with me, I have a chieftain of NDCP, former governorship candidate in the previous governorship race in Edo State, Comrade Cosmos Irabo. Many thanks for coming. Well, you've been following trends, you've been following the issues emanating from the Nigerian polity about the killings going on across the country. Some are calling for the security architecture of the country. Do you subscribe to that call?
100% I subscribe to it. Because the essence of governance in the first instance is to protect lives. The protocol of the development and other things. Life in itself is sacrosanct. If it has not become an obvious fact that people are being killed on a daily basis, it means government has failed totally. Because it's only a man who is alive that can drive on good roads if you say you are providing infrastructure for the people. So, the president, in actual fact, cannot be everywhere. So, normally what the president does, as enshrined in the Constitution, is that there will be service chiefs with regards to security issue who will help him function, which all are part of the executive. Since it has become obvious that the essence of the service chiefs is defeated, then what are they still doing there? The office remains. The personnel should be changed and the whole system overhauled. That's just the simple truth. They have failed, and they have failed. When I mean the service chiefs, you might want to exclude Chief of Naval Staff, for instance. Or you might also want to exclude, I think, just Chief of Naval Staff.
But all of this, we look at the beginning of the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari and the fight against insurgents, the Boko Haram sect, which was decimated to a large extent. Wasn't it still the security chiefs?
Well, my brother, when you say to a large extent, that word is subjective. To what extent? Because what we are saying today is just a change of semantics. It's a change of name from Boko Haram to Fulani herdsmen. As far as I'm concerned, they are the same people, which of course we all know is political. It's politically motivated. So if you say, look, a situation where the same people who you call Boko Haram members, you say they will come, they will surrender, you arrest, or so you say you arrest them, you gather them together, the next thing you say you grant them amnesty, or you set them free as against the constitutional provision of the country. You see, what we are saying is just a change of name. Those same people you grant amnesty or you set free, now go and become Fulani herdsmen. Continue the major thing, which is killing.
Well, we don't have proof for that.
Well, yeah, that's my personal opinion. That's the way I feel.
You are a legal
yes, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. That's the simple truth.
To make that statement, well, that is your opinion.
Yeah, it's the same group of people that are killing. Because, you see, the Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. These are people who are bloodthirsty. Killing is the order of the day. Okay, how will you not say somebody killed a cow or stole a cow, and then for that you replace it with a human life? Even you have not been able to prove it that actually a cow was stolen.
Okay, let's get to the basics of this issue, because all of these issues are happening because of the prohibition of open grazing, and the apex of the Fulani Social Cultural Organization, Miyeti Allah, is saying that there should be a stop in this implementation of the anti-open grazing law. Because it will increase killings across the country. What do you think?
That statement, as far as I'm concerned, is a nonsensical statement. It doesn't make sense at all that you should stop the provision of open grazing law. Now, let me ask a simple question. Plateau State, have they implemented that law? That you have killings? You see, God has a way of doing things. When that of Benue took place, the Plateau State governor went to Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, and, you know, they were laughing. even when souls were killed. And he said that, well, what is happening in Benin took place because he advised the Benin governor not to implement it. He implemented it. That's why it's happening. What is he doing? He should have buried his head in shit.
No, it's possible it's because it's contagious. The killings across the country.
Okay. He didn't know it was contagious when he was mocking that of Benin. Look, it's not an issue of being contagious. These killings, as far as I'm concerned, my personal opinion, has serious political undertone. Because ask yourself this question. These people have been with us. All these years, they have been with us. How come suddenly the killings escalated?
Exactly what the presidency is also saying. Because if you look at this aspect, the whole issue, it appears there's a politicization of the killings.
That is the simple truth. There's a politicization of the killings.
And so that puts the presidency at an innocent advantage because the opposition could be doing this.
How can the opposition do it? How can the opposition kill? Who controls the means of coercion? Is not the government in power? From all we have gathered, it's almost becoming a statement of fact that these people who are killing are supported by the government in power.
Thank you. It is TMI Tuesday, and we urge you to follow the various social media platforms. Follow us on the social media platforms and ensure you contribute on this discussion. Whatever contributions you make could help shaping the course of this discussion. And you can get us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/ITVRadioNG, and on our website at www.itvradioNigeria.com. SP, a security expert, SP Saturday Osazua Okao. Many thanks for coming.
Bless you.
Yeah, fine, thank you. We're looking at this aspect of creating a balance or a check on the incessant killings across the country. And there have been various calls that the service chiefs should be removed. I don't know what you feel about that.
Thank you very much, Philip. I think we've had cause to discuss extensively on this issue even before now.
Okay.
The problem we have here most often is that when you suggest a way out, it's not being implemented. The last program we had here, you asked that question. I remember I did say that the only way we can quickly checkmate all these successes is one, let us give a kind of recommendation to these people. How? You zone them, register them, let them you have data that will checkmate the SSS. I did that one with service now. I told you it worked for me. I'm sure that it's not being implemented. At the other program here, I had a concern police trying to register the herdsmen now. And I think I equally added that what you need to do, just like what happened to the Okada riders,
Yes.
you give them this customized uniform. They are being tag coded. You know, with that, and you zone them. If you are operating from the, for instance, this area, you should be wearing the blue type of customized uniform.
For Okada riders,
I'm not drawing inference.
as an example.
Yes. So if you have these people put in place, like a union, then you now have people you can always, tally with if you want to checkmate them. Like if in a community where you don't have leaders, you don't have heads, the people don't really see, how do you checkmate them? You are talking about material and whatever. In the local environment here, there ought to be a platform where these people can be checkmated, and it will go a long way to assisting. The removal of service chiefs, we serve now and we left the service. You see, like the upper forms, every yearly evaluation forms, you have been assessed based on your performances. If you are not working with, it's zero there. I think thank God the president of this country is a retired military officer who served. I think he served militarily too. I think common sense would have informed everybody that look, let us brainstorm, let us join hands together, let us review areas that we've not touched. You see, if you keep doing one thing, I keep telling you, keep doing one thing over time, and you don't add values to it, it becomes moribund. If operations, if you want to draw an operation, first and foremost, you assess it. These killings, what is the mode of killings? Do they use guns often, or this cutlass or whatever? If it is gun-related killings, then you should now know that it is not just a mere thing that can be tackled with mere mouth or mere talk. What you need to do is to kind of fortify that area with enough, men that are armed. You can even start using the air surveillance. It will go a long way to assisting this thing.
Okay, all of these are coming up because people believe that there should be innovative ideas in checkmating this. So do you suggest that on regular basis there should be a kind of a reshuffle of the service chiefs? Or
I think you see the police, the DSS, we have our own responsibility. You see, they want to call this acronym of MACA, that's Military Assistant in Civil Authority. You see, I don't have much blame when we are talking about if you're talking about the military leadership now. I think I am not blaming them per se, sincerely. You know, we've not done enough information gathering. You know, what ought to be.
Which still rubs on the military?
No. You see, they're only complementing. They're only complementing. I thought military assistant in civil authority, they're only complementing. What it ought to be, the police, the SSS, let them go out, scout for information. Look, when the people confidence, then if you now need an assistance, you now kind of reach to the military, this is what we need a backup. You know what I'm saying? Then they are not coming to assist you. You are only bringing the military to kind of assist too. But the primary responsibility of the police and the JSS is to scout for information, kind of know the nose and cranny of where these guys are hiding. Then you not bring the military if you need them. You know, the removal of the service chiefs, I think it's not going to help. I would suggest that you bring them to the fore. Let us begin to reassess areas that we have used. If it's not workable, you change modus operandi.
The Senate President Bukola Saraki has said often that the aspect of the invitation of the IGP before the Senate floor to give details on the security of the country as it pertains to his office, but he ignored those calls. The Senate President is having this that there are lapses, and for the IGP not to even honor that invitation is another issue. What do you think about this?
Well, thank God my senior brother here who has spoken is a police officer, a retired police officer. He has spoken extensively well. You see, these things only work when you have an ideal situation. But a situation where mediocrity has taken over meritocracy, my dear, things like this don't work. Because what we see here is actions that are intentional. I ask a simple question. I said it earlier on here. What's the function of the DSS? The function of the duty of the DSS is to go underground, gather information. How come their only area of gathering information is when people are preaching and all that? Gathering information to arrest them and all that. I've never heard, even the leader of Metiala, it's not running. It's the same group of people who came out to say cows were stolen. So people have to go for it and all that. Nothing is happening to them. So you see, there's another in my place that says, if a man steals your property and the same man is helping you to look for it, my dear, you will never find it. Right. So something is going on. That's why I say it has serious political undertone. And I asked the question, I've also asked the question here. How come these things are all happening now? I also asked another question. Before this administration, if you go to Abuja, you know what is called sanity. But I speak and I stand to be quoted. If you go to Abuja now, you see chains of cattle. They're getting on the roads, even when they're crossing the road, even when the light says green, everybody stops. How come now? You see, we must stand to tell ourselves the truth.
Okay, but we
I did not say with your express. I did not say that of all these killings that have been taking place, some of them they invite, according to them, they call security apparatus. None of them comes. So the DSS have not been able to gather information. My brother, you see, there's more to it. Well, there are certain things we cannot say here, but there's more to it.
Just as you are curious over this, so many persons are. And that's where the presidency is even saying that these killings have been politicized. You remember vividly, history definitely is not far away from us. Where before the presidential election of 2015, we had this issue of the Boko Haram sect terrorizing some parts of the country. And that led to the elections where the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, failed in winning that election. Now, this is coming again, just a few months to the presidential election 2019. Don't you read some political gimmicks in this?
You see, when I say politically undertone or politically motivated, I know what I'm saying. Not with regards to this one you are bringing. This, you see, the situation is clear. This whole thing did not just start now. It started from the ascension of this particular administration.
No, even
so
the presidency, in the checklist, the presidency also brought that the death tolls is not just peculiar to his administration. That from 1999 to 2015, the death toll was huge.
Look,
so
see,
it's not peculiar to his administration.
You see, there have been clashes. We will be having pockets of clashes between herdsmen and farmers. You know, long time ago, it didn't just start. But this one is not herdsmen and farmers. That's why I often laugh when they say herdsmen and farmers, because it was fast to declare IPOB as a terrorist group. But this one, you paint it with kids. You are saying it's herdsmen and farmers. All the people that the pastors and reverend fathers, they were killed. Are they farmers? You come, you kill children with guns and everything. This one even said that those who escort them down are military men, or let me say men dressed in military uniform. How come the last one that took place in Plateau State, they said they started around 2 and it lasted till the following day. All this while, gunshots sounds. No DSS head, no policeman head, no military operator's head. Even when area is catchment area with regards to security issues. My brother, you see, it's more to it. There's more to it. You see, there's another that if my brother is on the tree, for instance, this mango tree, I will not pick the one that is not ripe because it gives me what I want. Look at the constitution of the service chiefs, or the composition of the service chiefs. So what else do you expect? My brother, look, a woman was beheaded in Kantikori in Kano State. As we speak now, those people that did it, they are moving free, whether I call them bail or whatever. A woman was killed in Abuja. Those who did it, as we speak now, they are moving free. But somebody, according to them, I don't have details about it, they said a Fulani man, a herdsman was killed. Those 5 people have been sentenced to death, expected judgment. So we look at certain things and begin to laugh.
Thank you. In a polity like this, where we have this challenge, when there's a call for the security agents to be on the ground, when such things happen like what he just said in Plateau State, you hardly find security on the ground. What explanation do you think that is?
My brother, I told you we served and left unscattered. I always told us here, if you wear all the armor to confront a criminal, you have all the rifles to confront a criminal. You do not have what it takes to confront a criminal. That is your personal intake now. You're as good as just carry the gadget that is not working for you. I keep emphasizing on the importance of training and retraining. You see, when you train, you build confidence. Are you hearing me now? Once you look, a man that handles the rifle every day, it may just range shooting, range practices. Sounds not hearing the sound. You don't feel jittery. You don't feel there's this boldness in you that look, I don't care. Are you hearing me now? That's one part of it. Second part of it, which is very, very important. Most often we don't count it as anything. The man that is confronting this criminal, if he dies in the process, what happens to him? If he dies in that process, what happens to him?
Okay, but the aspect of being proactive is really of great concern. Because if a crime is taking place in a particular area,
let me check with you. Hold on.
There's this slow pace
of
security agents.
I am telling you, I talk about slow pace. I told you, if you hear a gunshot, which means you are not dead. That's the truth now. If you hear a gunshot, which means you are still alive. It takes the God for that person who had that gun to repel it.
Yes.
Are you hearing me now? Come on, a call to some security agencies or as agents. Say there's a crime going on here. That fear alone has deterred them. And I'm telling you this because we passed through it. I'm telling you from this practical experience. Are you hearing me? Because we are committed to doing our job because of the training we had when we were coming up. Training and retraining. They'll talk about this Goza camp. I went there about 4 times. So if I'm hearing a gunshot, it's as good as if I will know what to do because I have been told what to do if I had a gunshot. They don't train. That fear is instilled there. That's about proactiveness. Look, let me tell you one thing.
Okay, it's one thing.
Let me round up here.
Okay.
There's a call that criminals they are kind of raiding the place, certain area.
Yes.
Then on the police patrol team.
Yes.
Instead of coming there to know what to do, bless the rain is as good as even expose yourself to death.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you this now. You don't bless the rain, but because they don't know what it takes to do.
But we often say this.
I'm telling you it is wrong. I'm telling you the importance of training. That's the point I've been making here every other day. Look, criminal robbing the unit in UBT is there. Not just trust a trained policeman, a trained commander to say, look, if we drive it there, you could run into an ambush. It is better you walk down. Are you hearing me now? It's better you walk down. Instead, they start blaming arrest. If you meet criminal that are located, they lay ambush, you run into it, and it's dead. Because the training has been given enough. So these boys, they kind of do the patrol this right in Benin here now. They use Benin as a case study now. How many have gone on course? Just go for a police call, maybe the first time. Start wearing ranks. Some they've not even gone on shooting range for the 10, 15 years.
Okay, but that aside, don't you also think that somewhere along the line there is this morale dropping, most especially when the police force or security agents are not paid their allowances as at when due, like what we noticed in reports where some policemen were protesting in Maiduguri for over unpaid allowances. What do you have to say in that?
I laid the foundation. I said, if a policeman or a security general confronts a criminal, he dies in the process, what happens to him? I laid the foundation right now. Okay. The purpose of paying allowances is to boost their morale.
Yes.
I was in Mobile 5 years. I told you sometime, when mobile was mobile, you are saddled with morning training, afternoon, evening. You are paid allowances at the end of the month because you are being confined in the barracks. You don't go out anyhow now. You know what I'm saying now? So if you are coming out for any operation, you are coming out with that vigor because you know what I'm following back to. If they say if you give a policeman money, you say go and eat it, chew it, and drink water because we are being paid allowances. At first CID, they give us a rebate. So I'm traveling from Lagos to somewhere. You give you a rebate, and they pay allowances. They pay your plain clothes allowances. So why would you perform?
So is that not the reason why some service chiefs should be changed? Because if they are able to take this information up and they are going to follow it up for
the
personnel to be paid.
Is federal government making provision for that again? Is the government of the day making provision for that again?
But is it not the responsibility of the service chiefs to bring it up before the government?
Look, my brother, if you see the first word, this uniform we wear, most often, it's like you've been caged. I'm telling you the truth. The action you will take in this place now, when I was certified, try it. It can be turned between us.
Like the explanation of what transpired in Maiduguri when policemen were protesting over unpaid salaries or allowances.
That was mutiny.
That was mutiny?
Yes. We don't say we in the police or the force work. You say I. You don't say we. You don't say we. Oh. It's mutinous.
Thank you. Okay, back to you, Comrade Cosmos. There's this argument that is in national discourse over ECOWAS free trade protocol, which allows freedom of movement for cattle herdsmen to bring in their cattle to graze from one country to another. And what do you think about that? Do you think that should be stopped, like not allowing foreign herders to bring their cattle to graze in the country? Do you see that as the way forward?
Well, I have never been against stopping any form of trade. What I am against is you using your own form of business to destroy another person's own. You see, the issue is not that the cattle rearers should not graze with their cattle. While you are grazing with your cattle, make sure your cattle don't go into my farms to destroy my own. That is the problem. And it beats my imagination that even this simple issue that will be handled simply if there's sincerity in government, you are now bringing government attention to it, that you get grazing area for somebody doing his private business. That is where the issue is. But
the call has been on. The call has been on. Even the governor of Benue State said it, that the one that is of best global practice is having ranches.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
And then the federal government is now providing an infrastructure for that.
You see,
there's an argument against it.
That's the
so
issue.
It's like a step forward, 2 steps backward. How do we get achieved?
That's the same thing. You say
because the presidency has been making efforts to ensure that, okay, let's stop these killings. You see, if it has to do with ranches, let government provide the ranches and let it be leased to the cattle headers.
My brother, you see, you are corroborating what I've been, the point I've been making here. There's an adage in my place that if a father and a mother encourages their son to go and steal, if he gets, he uses his leg to break the door because he has backing. What business has government to do with people doing their private business? Okay, now you want to tell me now that you legalize illegality because you want to avoid illegality? My brother, illegality is illegality.
No. Let's get it straight. When you say what business has government, do you mean they don't have a business in building ranches?
They have no business at all in building ranches. If you build ranches for Fulani herdsmen, for cattle, then you be very sure that you build this thing, what do you call it? Ponds for the other man's fish pond. You see,
isn't that part of the infrastructural development we talk about?
Infrastructure?
Even to encourage foreign investors?
No, you must balance the scale. We know those who are into the cattle. You see, we must always come out to call a spade a spade. What business do you have with that? Let the man go and ranch his cattle, add whatever you have to it, sell. At the moment, how much is a cow? 200 and something thousand. Whenever a car is sold, who takes the money? How does that concern the government? How does that concern me? Because when you say government, it appears that government is an individual. Government dwells on people's money. Your money, my money. So why will you use my money to increase some other person's business? It's his business. Let him go get money and ranch it. That's simple. You can buy land. If you want to buy land, here, they'll sell for you. Plant your grass, ranch your cat. It's as simple as that. So you see, what we are seeing is hypocrisy. Serious hypocrisy. And this is why this thing will not stop. And then you see, if you push a man to the wall, it gets to a position where he will turn back, or he go to the wall, he will come and attack. Forget about this one that is saying people should recover arms and so. Meanwhile, those who are clean, where do they get their arms from? How can they move from north to east, south to west? No police checkpoint picks them, irrespective of the so-called military checkpoints you see everywhere. My brother, they're smart to it.
Okay, you want, what's your reaction in that?
I've spoken so well. I think it is good for the government of the day, assist whatever India business somebody is into.
It is good.
It's good.
So,
it's not to the extent of providing ranches for anybody. Why don't you go get your own vast land, be your own land? Like you said, and add whatever you want to add to it. People will still buy it. I am a farmer. I am living here for the farm. You're surprised to hear that. Yes, I have a farm. It's bypass here. I acquired that land myself. I cultivated that. So if I'm adding to whatever I want to add to it, because I bought it, I bought that land, I invested in it, I can add it to it. So I think the point is raised is Jermaine. Let them go get their land, build their land, and add whatever it is.
Well, if you say that, then we are still having the same challenge, because even the cattle headers will say, well, they will continue to allow their cattle to graze. Because in the first instance... That is
practice of impunity.
Okay.
Look, they don't say it.
Because they have a backing.
You don't say because you have a rifle, then you don't go to the street and killing people. It is wrong, my brother. It is wrong. Look, come back to what I told you. Zone these people. Give them a kind of recognition. So they can checkmate their assets. I have told you this time that number. Okay. If they do that, it's going to work for us.
We just hope the government functionaries listening. Because
what is difficult there? Get forms. Okay, you are in Duawa. How many what's it called? What they call it? Where they keep their cows, whatever. They have a name called it.
Okay.
Go look for the heads there. Give me the name of those who have here. Have them. Go to other place. Have them. You zone them. This is the area you're operating. Are you hearing me now? Then if you go and you are coded, you have your number tagged to it, and you have a uniform. If you are seen, instead of wearing a blue uniform, you are seen in a gray area, you are infiltrated.
Okay.
You are a suspect. If you don't have anything at all, like you don't have a number, you are not seen, then you are a different person together. You don't be termed as a headman.
Okay.
It is a simple thing.
Okay. So with that can be...
it will help.
Okay.
We did it now.
Okay. Your parting shot.
Well, with due respect, I might deviate from his own assertion. Because it is only the man that you see that you register. These people move in the night. Who sees them in the night? I've come out from my house one midnight, I saw them, I ran back into my compound, they turned back. So it is when you see them that you register them. These are people who are professional killers. They are not even, their job is just to come and kill. It's a political issue. It's not until we tackle it politically, like when they brought Sharia at that time, Obasanjo came out and said they are talking about Sharia. The real Sharia and political Sharia. He said, well, political Sharia would die natural death. What happened? Did it not die naturally? Who is he talking about Sharia now? So that's what we are saying. By the time we begin to tell ourselves this plain truth,
okay,
if the government is sincere in purpose, then these killings will stop. But first of all, they should ask those who are at the helms of affairs why nothing is going on. They should ask Dambazo, the Minister of Interior, why there's killing. They should ask the Inspector General of Police. They should ask the DSS why the killing is going on.
Thank you. Well, we've been on this. Thank you very much. I've been SP Saturday as well. Kao, a security expert, has been on this with me. Thank you for being there. And of course, thank you, Comrade Cosmos Irabo, for being part of this. We've been on this journey, the voyage, on ensuring that killings are stopped in the country. And we've been dwelling on this topic, which focuses on the cause for the removal of service chiefs. Well, we'll still be extending the frontiers of this discussion in a moment.